the past few weeks and the weeks to come, billions and billions of dollars worth of the most advanced weapons the world has ever seen are being sent to the Russians from NATO. Now, obviously not sending them straight to them, but they are sending them straight to their front door by sending them to Ukraine. Just like we saw in Afghanistan. Billions and let me repeat that. Trillions of dollars worth of weapons left for the Taliban to take and rule that country with. And then if we ever have to go there again, fight against American lives. And what we're seeing is you know, and I just want to kind of take a step back look at what's going on here, because I can see, you know, I'm a former school principal and a YouTube creator and a remnant of Jesus Christ, and God does give me discernment, but I can clearly see that Russia's going to end up with those weapons. You know that, right? Ukraine isn't going to put up any sort of a brutal front for them. Russia is going to get those weapons. They're taking control of the billions, if not trillions of dollars of American weapons, and they're just going to probably sell them and then feed their war machine. But the reality is, and again, I'll just take a step back here. There are several people who live well off from the war machine. There are several people who make a lot of money from these weapons. A lot of money. We're talking trillions of dollars going in the hands of a few individuals, people. And it's at the cost of lives. It's at the cost of American lives. And ultimately what we're doing is we're just arming and weaponizing those entities who are really, in the end, probably going to go against Israel. I mean, that's really what it's, I mean, you know, as a Christian, as a biblical believer, as a man who watches the world and sees what the world is doing, what we're doing is we're essentially arming those who are going to go against Israel. It's really a foolish thing that we're seeing take place, but in the end, it's actually quite brilliant because, you know, as we look at it, we think, well, what are these fools doing? Like, certainly they got to know that they're going to lose these weapons, right? Of course they know they're going to lose these weapons. They're arming the enemy because it's a $1 trillion industry and it's feeding the pockets of a few of this war machine, and it's feeding the system of the beast. It's just feeding the system of the beast weapons. It's arming the beast system. And there'll be a day where there's nothing anybody can do to stop it until the return of Jesus Christ. But what we're doing in the meantime is we are really just sending the weapons that should be arming our men and women of the U.S., and we're giving them to Russia just like we just gave to Afghanistan, just like we gave to Iraq. So love to hear your thoughts on all this. If you have any insight in it, love to hear that for sure. Put it in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel with Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love God.